Hi, I'm Jessica Lahr, and here's a look at your week in the Finger Lakes. This week's episode is brought to you by the It's a Wonderful Run 5K coming up in Seneca Falls on Saturday, December 9th. Be sure to sign up today at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. It's a winter run like no other. Joining me today inside the FingerLakes1.com studio is Jim Sinacropi and Josh Sturzo.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Another week in the books.
Thanksgiving, 10 pounds heavier.
10?
10? I feel it.
Just 10.
I feel it.
Post-Thanksgiving, pre-December.
I know.
Yep.
That brief
Christmas
window.
Cookies.
Yep.
It's that brief window that's...
It never... It just...
It came and went too quickly, and I really do feel like I gained weight because I ate Thanksgiving dinner, but then you have all the leftovers, and then... You're like,
does it
it's
actually
like you have
stop,
the okay to eat. Right. It's
just,
like
it
you
just
have the
keeps
okay
going.
to eat all of these dangerously delicious...
And now you've got like holiday food just coming at you like
food.
every other day now.
Exactly.
So, and that puts us right through December. I mean, you might
Yes.
as well just throw the diet right out the window.
I know.
I cooked
it's
the
a
turkey
shame.
just to have extra turkey sandwiches. Like, I didn't host Thanksgiving, but I still made
Right.
a turkey the day before Thanksgiving, and then had like probably 14 turkey sandwiches in the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Are
That's
you
too much.
turkeyed out?
That's too
I
much
am
turkey.
turkeyed out, and my
Yeah. That's
too
dogs
much
were
turkey.
also huge beneficiaries of that.
I'm sure.
Lots of turkey.
Yeah.
Dogs like turkey, like fresh baked turkey. My daughter likes turkey too, fresh baked, fresh roasted, like legit turkey,
Turkey's-
not like the cold cuts.
Right.
Universally loved, I feel like, by most people.
I'm not a huge turkey fan. I've had to learn to love it because I know it's healthier than other things. But I made a ham because I didn't host Thanksgiving dinner.
Thanksgiving
So-
ham, huh?
Well, I did it like 2 days after Thanksgiving because I had leftover mashed potatoes and stuffing and green bean casserole. So I'm like, well, we'll just make a ham and then we'll, finish those leftovers as sides. And so yeah, I'm done with all that stuff now. I'm full. But now I want to start baking and all that stuff. So
That's where it gets
Dangerous.
dangerous. That
I
is where
know.
it gets dangerous.
Is everybody got their Christmas tree up or
one.
Check.
You do?
Yeah, everything's done.
Okay.
Come on.
artificial, real?
Everything's done.
Artificial. Can't
And
go
you,
real.
since you have
Artificial.
multiple trees, they're all artificial too.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I went out and got myself like a real man, like a real tree.
You sawed yourself a
No, I
tree?
didn't. I bought it and they delivered it to my house. I didn't cut it down, but it's up. But I haven't put the decorations on it yet. But it's up in the stand.
Good.
So when I got Christmas lights outside on the bushes in front of the house and all that stuff, and I had bigger plans to like go all along the fence in the backyard but I haven't gotten there yet.
Well,
And
you know
I might
what?
not.
Yesterday would have been the perfect day to do it. And
I know.
unfortunately, I didn't have any free time, but it was so beautiful out.
The weather's been great. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, but the warm days that we've been getting like that are often windy. So perhaps
Like
not the
today.
best day to be trying to wind lights or anything like that outside. Might
Be on a ladder.
get challenging.
I don't have to get on a ladder, though, but
And
yeah.
it still gets dark so early. So, like,
know.
yesterday I was thinking, man, maybe I'll go down the golf course after work. And, I
Nope.
thought maybe I could get there by 4:30, but it's dark at 4:30, so what's the point?
Yeah,
Is it really? Oh.
yeah. 'Tis
Yeah.
the season. Come on.
I
Shortest
haven't
day,
paid much
shortest day of
attention.
the calendar year is coming up.
I
3
know.
weeks.
I know. It's crazy.
Yep.
And It's a Wonderful Run is coming up. Have you been involved with that at all?
Oh, we're just
Yeah.
getting ready. They get new sponsors. We keep their website updated. They have a new website that looks great on a mobile app. And mail registration's closed for Wonderful Run
Okay.
in Seneca Falls next weekend, but you can still register online or day of the race.
Do it online.
Or the night before.
I know, easy peasy.
Well, it's
online.
a little cheaper, I think, if you do it online than if you wait for race day. And it
Well, you
also
don't
wait
helps
in
the
lines.
planning. But right now, I got a report from one of the organizers that at this point, they have more than last year. signed up,
Wow.
so.
And they had a lot last year.
They have a lot every year, but yeah, it's always wondering, it grows based on the weather, sometimes overall numbers up or down. But this year, it's still too early to see what the forecast is going to be next Saturday, but we'll see. It'll be big. You can guarantee that. And then the whole Wonderful Life Festival in Seneca Falls keeps growing too. So it's a fantastic weekend to
Yes.
be around Seneca Falls.
Yes, it sure
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Absolutely. There's no other place to be. All right, well, what does this Saturday and this weekend's weather look like for us coming up as the train passes by?
It's going to be a decent weekend. Friday, mostly cloudy with a high near 43. That's pretty good for the first day of December. And then overnight, lows will get down to about 30. Saturday, which is my pick day this week, partly sunny with a high near 44. And Saturday night, just a small chance of snow showers or possibly rain showers overnight into the morning, and then mostly cloudy with a low of around 32 overnight Saturday. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high near 44. Sunday night, mostly cloudy with a low of 34. And then start the week next Monday. Right now, it's looking like 46 degrees and partly sunny. So not very Christmassy.
Aw, that's okay.
Yeah,
Mid-40s is good. Yes. So maybe I can wait till Monday then. If I don't get it done Saturday, Monday to put up my outside lights.
Oh
It
my God.
is an early forecast, so it
Yeah.
can change. Mondays now, we're talking 5 days away, 6 days away. So check the Weather Center at Finger Lakes One for the latest.
Yes. All right, great. All right, well, Josh, what do we have going on in the news this week?
So we've got the latest on 3 state approvals of smart school investment plans. South Seneca, Penn Yan, and Victor all had plans approved by Governor Cuomo. Those plans incorporate security, classroom tech, and school connectivity to kind of invest a ton of money into basically just bringing the educational standard into 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
We also have the news on the new Yates County Chamber of Commerce CEO and President, Jessica Lahr, a Penn Yan native, was named the next president and CEO. She said she was honored and humbled to have been selected, and that she's looking forward to working with the chamber and the community and everything like that. So really exciting news there.
Yes.
And then I think the most interesting news topic that popped up in the last few days, reaction out of Dryden. So Dryden officials have started reacting to a docuseries that's going to be airing on Investigation Discovery called Village of the Damned. It's about a string of murders and kind of violent crimes that happened in Dryden in the 80s and 90s.
Really?
Yeah. And officials are
Ooh.
basically saying, like, whoa, wait a second, this hasn't been done properly. They've skipped things. They've kind of
boy.
jumped around, and they've made it seem a lot worse than it actually is. None of the crimes were actually linked. But two teen students were killed. A football coach, I believe, was killed.
Yeah,
and
no, I can't remember
a family
what,
also.
A
Oh my
national
gosh.
publication a few years ago ran a whole article on this, and I remember I lived around here, and in the 80s and 90s I was young, but younger, and I remember it all, and it is bizarre because pretty much throughout this region, in the Central Finger Lakes, murder is not an issue. You get one or two a year maybe, and it's usually an unintended, not premeditated type of deal. So this thing in Dryden was unique, and it was had some serial killer type of overtones to it. It was so.
Yep.
So anytime somebody puts the spotlight on the stories of the Finger Lakes nationally, it's always going to be news for us. So we'll see how it goes. We'll watch it, see how it goes.
Yeah. It's a 5-part docuseries.
Okay.
It'll be airing. I believe it starts this coming Tuesday on
soon.
Investigation Discovery. We'll
Great
get
channel.
the time and the channel
interesting.
lineup and everything. How you can watch that and see it on FingerLakes1.com. And of course, we'll have all the rest of the news that's happening in the Finger Lakes. Some really.
And as far as the new Yates County Chamber president goes, like you might think, geez, don't live in Yates County. It's not important to me. The chambers throughout the region are taking on like a bigger role in the whole tourism movement, and so I think just like all the different townships and counties, the Chamber of Commerce as well. Like we all need to work together to really promote the region.
Think about it this way: if it weren't for these area chambers, there would be no promotion of the region.
Right.
Period. Like you can see these large economic development councils, these regional entities. They're all comprised of local folks who work in these chambers. And this is really where the crux of the work is. That's where all the effort goes in. That's how Seneca County, Yates County, Ontario County.
Absolutely.
These counties get recognition, how people wind up finding us. Because if you're not working at it, it's very easy to kind of fall into the bottom of Google searches.
Right, right.
Very easy.
Well, maybe not for long, but no. No, you're right. They do. So you're right. All right. Well, let's take a look at our upcoming events this weekend. First up, it's the annual Festival of Lights in Clifton Springs on Friday night as Main Street is transformed into a winter wonderland. Horse-drawn wagon rides, ice sculpting, free snacks and beverages, a visit from Santa Claus himself, live music and caroling, and a whole lot more. The event runs from 5 till 8 p.m. Again, that's in Clifton Springs on Friday night.
Good times. They really highlight the Victorian architecture downtown during that event. It's one of the staples of the holiday season. So get ready for them every week on the show. We're going to have holiday events.
Oh, yes.
Yep, going crazy all month.
Coming your way. All right, next up, travel the Lake Ontario Wine Trail, which I haven't done. That should be on my list of things to do. For Christmas around the world and experience a weekend of holiday cheer, great food, and award-winning wines, ciders, and spirits. Each participating winery will represent a different country and pair their own beverages with unique holiday dishes. This is a self-guided tour, and tickets can be purchased online at lakeontariowinetrail.com for $20 or at your first stop on the tour. That sounds fun. That would be the perfect opportunity for me to try it out.
Yeah, well, that's how these things go for these wine tour events. You either stop at a winery and sign up there, or you sign up beforehand, and then you just go at your leisure.
Yes.
Go at your leisure.
Yes. All right, take the kids and join Geneva's mayor on Friday night as the switch is flipped to light up the city's official Christmas tree. The evening will kick off at 4:30 with carriage rides, then continue on with carol singing with the Finger Lakes Chorale, shopping in downtown stores, Santa's arrival via fire truck, and then the tree lighting ceremony. It'll be fun. I'm not going to be around, but maybe the kids can make it down on Friday with Chad. I won't be in town, so that's fun. 3-time Grammy Award recipient and 11-time Grammy nominee Steve Earle and the Dukes will be performing at the Smith Opera House in Geneva on Friday night at 8 p.m. Get tickets online at thesmith.org. Spend the day on Saturday enjoying culture while finding unique, one-of-a-kind holiday gifts at the Native American Winter Art and Music Festival at the Seneca Art and Culture Center in Victor. Listen to captivating stories and experience Iroquois social dancing, the Native American Arts Market, and traditional food. The event runs from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. That sounds like a great event. Oh, I love Native American events. They're so colorful, so beautiful. I'm sure the food's going to be delicious, too.
Get yourself out to the Seneca Art and Culture Center in Victor, then.
Yeah, I know.
On Saturday. Might be able to do that. Also, Dickens Christmas continues this weekend in downtown Skaneateles. Mm-hmm. The 24th annual holiday shopping spree on the Cayuga Lake Wine Trail is all weekend long. Or get ready for a late night scene like no other as the Del Lago Casino debuts their new Portico Ultra Lounge with VIP bottle service, live DJ, and dancing. And that starts at 11:30 p.m. on Saturday night. Yes. 11:30 p.m. is when it starts. That's a late night. So if anybody's ever been to a club in the city, whatever city that might be, with the bottle service and the velvet ropes for your seating, for your VIP group, that type of action is coming to the Finger Lakes in the form of Del Lago's Portico Ultra Lounge.
Yeah, nice.
And this Saturday it opens for the first time, so it should be interesting to see how it goes.
Right.
Something different for the bar hoppers.
Yes, absolutely. All right, more events, of course, at our community calendar at fingerlakes1.com. Shall we take a look at our top local photos from the past week?
Let's do it. It's photo time.
It's photo time. All right. As the sun was shining, this drone shot offered an incredible aerial view of Seneca Falls last week. The shot captured by Mike Calabrese, who was piloting the drone.
It's cool, and it's a different angle at Seneca Falls than you would normally see from someone taking a drone photograph. It might be more along the canal with the historic, wonderful Life Bridge on Bridge Street or Van Cleef Lake and the Trinity Church. This is actually looking north from downtown, and if you look in the upper left-hand corner of that picture, you will see the building that houses the new FingerLakes1.com offices and this studio. It's the old Academy Square building, now the North Park building, and you can't miss it up there in the upper left hand. And we are right now on your screen in the right back corner of that building, and that's where our studio is. But our offices take up most of the third floor of that building right there.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I don't think it's quite that sunny right now.
I know. It's not. It's definitely not. It looks like a nice day in Seneca Falls right there. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say, we always mention how, maybe it's a little unfair that these drone photos are sent in and, to compare them to people who are taking photos on the ground. But it's gotta be kind of difficult to get a very still shot, do you think, from a drone?
Well, Mike Calabrese was the pilot, and he did a good job here. I'm not sure. I've never done it. We've hired drone photographers and videographers when we've needed it. And the reason I did it that way is because I don't have time to learn how to fly a drone.
Exactly.
And get pictures like that. So I think you're right. But this could be the photo of the week, but there's some good ones coming up.
But wait, there's more. Friday's weather was gorgeous and Cayuga Lake shone a brilliant blue. This shot was taken at Long Point on the east side of the lake by Rachel Burkholder. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. Really pretty. Always. Also from Rachel, Taganic Falls State Park was a peaceful place on Black Friday, and there were no crowds to battle or lines to wait in for her.
I like that one.
Oh, wow. I love it, too.
That's one that you can almost see yourself sitting there in that scene.
Beautiful.
Almost like being there.
Yep.
Nice.
The unphotographed portion of Taganic Falls State Park.
I know. Seriously. It's beautiful, though. Beautiful shot. The sunrise in Canandaigua created a stunning image as the sky turned red and purple, as seen in this photo by Stephen F. Vole Jr. Oh, wow.
Gorgeous sunset. That's probably his backyard. He's got a
Fairy
nice shed
sky.
back there.
Uh-huh.
And a picnic table.
A little color was left on the hills along the Cayuga Lake shore over the Thanksgiving break, as seen in this shot from Brooke Gordon.
Brooke Gordon has a great eye for great shots, I found. That's a nice one.
I love pictures of the lake where the trees kind of reflect off. It's so pretty. Shelley Lannon took this photo showcasing a bald eagle near Wild Waters Park in Port Gibson as they were fishing the Erie Canal.
The eagles were fishing it, not Shelley.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was. Maybe I misunderstood.
That's how I took it, too. The sky turned purple after it turned red in Ontario County on Friday night in this shot by Steve Eichhorn, taken near Canandaigua. Oh, my.
Yeah.
Cool clouds.
Very cool. Wow. Love that. All right. Next up, our next photo comes from Matt Fitz. This was the scene in the Bristol Hills as the sun came up on Thanksgiving Day.
Higher elevation, a little snow.
Love it.
In the Bristol Hills. Matt Fitz on top of it.
That's a really pretty shot. This green sign stood out on Thanksgiving Day at Seneca Shores Winery in Penn Yan in this photo from Shelley Lannon. Finger Lakes is known for their Riesling.
Yeah, those must be Riesling vines behind there.
Mm-hmm.
I oddly enjoyed that photo.
I like it.
Yes.
I really enjoy that one.
That's what makes some of our photographers in the pictures that we get sent in so great, are just like they're little things like, sunsets, spectacular sunsets and lake vistas are usually pretty cool and pretty obvious things to photograph, but a shot like this is kind of unique.
Yeah, I love it.
The little things.
The little things. All right, finally, this shot by George Coons, taken on Sunday night, features a look up Main Street in Canandaigua from the lake. The peaks of the Ontario County Courthouse can be seen in the distance.
Now, that's something different, and it is cool. You're looking right up Main Street at all those cars.
That's a cool
good old
shot.
Canandaigua.
All right, so what's your choice for the photo of the week?
So I'll go first because as I was posting most of those photos, it became pretty easy for me to choose. That very last one that we showed, George Coons, night shot, looking up the hill of Main Street in Canandaigua with the lights and
reflecting on the water. Yeah, I don't know. Was he out on the water or was he around on the other end of the opposite?
That's a great question. It's a great question.
Yeah.
But it's just...
Was he swimming?
A totally unique shot.
Yep, I agree, and I'm going to vote that one too.
Well, in that case, I don't have to vote. So there it is, George Coons.
Yes. And we don't ever see shots like this. This is just something
It's so
see every
unique.
day. Yeah.
I mean, you can't see a ton in the picture,
Right.
so it's limited on that side.
And
but
the overall quality is tough because it was at night.
Yeah.
But it's a unique
It's
look at
so
Canandaigua.
unique.
It's different
I like
from
it.
anything we get.
Good
and I
choice.
love the peak of the courthouse there in the distance. Yeah, it's just really, really pretty. But they were all great. Thank you guys so much
They
for
always
sending
are.
them in.
They always are.
Yes. So good job, George Coons. Congrats. Photo of the week winner. If you'd like to send your local photos from across the region, click the link in the submit content section at the bottom right-hand side of our homepage.
George wins nothing.
FLX1.com.
2 weeks in a
He doesn't
row,
win
though.
anything but a ribbon.
He does have the pride of 2 weeks in a row.
Satisfaction.
Oh, 2 weeks
The
in a row?
pride of a streak, yeah. He won
He
last
goes
week.
to bed
he
at
won
night
this week.
knowing that he had the photo of the week.
Yep.
Should be good enough.
That's right.
Plus that great graphic.
Yeah.
That's right. That ribbon. All right. Next up is sports, Jim. So what do we have going on in sports right now?
Well, the Bills got back on track last week, beating Kansas City. Now they host the Patriots on Sunday at 1 o'clock. It's going to be televised on CBS. They're 6-5. They're a few games back of the Patriots, but they're really focusing on trying to get that wild card spot. I think if the season ended today, they'd have it. So it'd be a big win if they could beat Tom Brady and the Patriots at home on Sunday.
Yes.
Another team facing a tough test around here is the undefeated Syracuse basketball team, who will be taking on Kansas, number 2 ranked Kansas, at 5:30 on Saturday. That game's on ESPN. Cornell basketball is off to a good start to their season. They beat Toledo and Duquesne since the last time we were here. And they'll be at Northeastern on Saturday for a 4 o'clock tip. Congratulations to the New York State Class C state champs, Skinny Atlas Lakers.
Yeah.
They defeated
They did
General
it.
Brown last Saturday in the Dome for their first state championship in football in school history.
That's awesome.
High school basketball coverage on Finger Lakes 1 gets underway Saturday, the first 4 of our 26 regular season games. From Waterloo, it's the Hall of Fame Classic. Starting at 2:30, you'll see Minders and Marcus Whitman at 2:30, and then the next game at 4:30 will be the consolation game, which will either be Lions, Geneva, Weedsport, or Waterloo, and then after that the championship game of the tournament, which will be the other 2 of those 4 teams I just mentioned, and then the nightcap is Newark versus Jamesville DeWitt. That should tip off if all goes well around 7:30. 4 games live. You can watch it right on fingerlakes1.com or on the app or on our YouTube channel. Here we go with the high school basketball.
Yes.
There's already been some games played last night. Gananda beat Geneva.
Yeah.
Which Geneva's a Class A2 school. Gananda's a C1 school. So, but yeah, we love it around here. And on Sunday morning at noon, instead of 9 or 10, usually it's a little earlier, but this week it's at noon. Our Upstate Hoops podcast on fingerlakes1.com will have Heather Mott from South Seneca and the Finger Lakes West girls coach. We'll have Jerry Anderson from the Minders girls varsity basketball program, Finger Lakes East, and then Red Creek's head coach, Mike Krause, from Wayne County. So we're going to have one girls coach from each league to help us preview the girls. That's
awesome.
at noon on Sunday. And finally, one last sports note. I'm coaching the 5th and 6th grade girls rec basketball team. My daughter's on that team, and they open up their season on Saturday at 11 a.m. against Matt Verkey's team.
Oh, man.
So that should be a real battle, but that will not be seen on fingerlakes1.com. So.
Will not be televised, unfortunately.
Perhaps a little Snapchat action?
Follow me on Snapchat if you want to see highlights of that one. So it's going to be it's going to be a full weekend of basketball. I mean, now it's December, it's basketball season. Here we go for Syracuse high schools and also Hobart lost to Brockport last night. They were ranked in the top 25 of the D3 national poll. We'll see if they fall out, but there's basketball everywhere. Get out to the gyms. So
that's
cheap ticket.
That's true.
Unless you're going to Syracuse and you want good seats.
Yeah, not so cheap. Will you be making it to any SU games?
I hope so.
Yeah.
But we do a lot of high school coverage.
I know.
So we'll see.
We do. Yeah, but you guys do a great job. So you guys ready for Christmas? You said your tree is not yet decorated. Yours is all your
Done.
decorations.
Everything's
out?
done. Everything's done.
I still have totes
Everything's
to
done.
be.
Oh, there's a lot of
distributed.
stuff.
You do it. You know, neither of you want to hear this, but the secret is doing it before Thanksgiving.
Yeah. You're probably
Because
right.
once you get to Thanksgiving, you're in the holiday grind, and everyone's schedule just melts like butter in the microwave.
It's true.
And it's a mess. It's a
I
mess.
usually do it on Black Friday,
nice.
but this year I didn't get the chance to, so I will get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I got some of it done. I don't know.
That's
But
good.
I got to thinking, I think the Christmas music is now on the air,
Oh, I know.
Sure
everywhere, and we
is.
can talk about what our favorite Christmas songs are, but what's your least favorite Christmas song?
Oh God, there's a lot. I don't even know the name of it, but there's this really like choiry sounding one that's really slow, and it just drives me nuts every time I hear it. I don't even have the urge to when I hear it, I just turn the radio off.
Oh no!
I don't even try other channels. I just immediately
You're
shut
like,
it off.
we're
It's
done here.
I hope
We're
it's not Oh Holy Night, because that's a good one.
That's
no,
my
it's
favorite.
not a holy night. No.
That's my favorite. My least favorite, well, one that comes right off. I mean, there's probably a couple. But one that I can think of right off the bat is, I don't know what it's called, but it's Grandma Got Run Over by
yeah.
a Reindeer.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
that's-
really irritating Christmas parody
Yes.
songs. It's just
Right.
yeah.
Parody
Because,
song.
once you hear it, it's like stuck here, and then you don't want to go around singing that song.
Yep.
Out loud, anyway.
You may say there's no such thing as Santa, but as for me and Grandpa, we believe, because Grandma
Yeah.
he
See,
ran her over.
The problem is a lot of those modern versions
Yes.
fall into that really annoying category for me. No offense to modern artists who want to.
Yeah.
I like most all, but I do not like 12 Days of Christmas. It's annoying. By the time they get to the 6th day, you just want it to end, but it keeps rolling over and over and over and over again, the same thing. I don't like it at all when that one comes on.
And
Oh,
why
that's
12
funny.
days? That's so pointless. Why 12 days?
There's
Yeah, I don't know.
gotta
It's a
be
fun
reason.
party
I don't
song if you
know.
got a group, but if you're just listening,
Nonsense.
I don't like it. And I'm not a fan of "Mommy Kissing Santa" song because I think that adultery like that has no place in Christmas music.
Not only that, but it's really bizarre. It's
Yeah.
really, really,
It
It's
is.
like,
bizarre.
why is mommy, and you saw her, like, why is she cheating with daddy with Santa Claus? And why, I didn't know Santa Claus was suddenly a sexual
Yeah.
being, I thought he just was jolly and brought, and Mrs. Claus is waiting at home in the North Pole.
Yeah. It's a shame.
I just
It's true.
I'm not a
You
fan.
really think about it. You're right.
I don't like that one. So anyways,
right.
but all the rest of them are good.
That's funny. There was some politically correct Christmas song. Have you heard that one?
Politically correct?
Yeah, I was talking about how you can't say Christmas and it can't be a white Christmas. It has to be a Caucasian Christmas. And then it was like you have to include all these other,
Oh, it's a parody of political correctness.
I
basically.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
Never
just,
heard of it.
it was obnoxious. And it was on the other day when I was, and I'm like, this
In
needs to be
my
over.
opinion, and I know
just
there's some good
obnoxious.
ones that would get crushed on this, but if you just cut off Christmas music from like 1986, 87,
Be good.
and just left all the stuff behind that,
Then you'd miss out my Mariah Carey song.
Oh,
you know,
I do love
I know,
Mariah
but you
Carey
know what?
Christmas
I could.
music.
There's the density. The density is back there, and unfortunately, there have to be some winners and losers.
I do prefer, and we got to get out of here, but I do prefer the old school Bing Crosby type of stuff and
standard.
Nat King
Right, the
Cole. But
classics.
Yeah.
Wham, George
Yeah.
Michael, Last Christmas, and Mariah Carey, they're
Yeah.
all good. So
Yep, I agree. All right, with that.
soak it all in for
With
a month.
that, yes, thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. We hope you have a wonderful week here and weekend here in the Finger Lakes. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.